Welcome back to Live at 9. Jay Powell in the house, a Game 7 World Series winner. I mean, that's got to be a pretty cool thing to say to people.
Yeah, it is. It's somebody, I can't remember the number, but there's not many. It's like maybe 110 or something, and I always bring that up to my kids, you know, that I'm only one of 110 people in the world that's won Game 7 of the World Series. So but it is cool. You know, at the time, when you're doing it, you know, it doesn't really hit till afterwards. But it is pretty cool to have that kind of notch in your belt, I guess.
So last week we had someone come on and talk about quarterbacks, and the idea that I like to say it is the toughest position in sports, but I would say the most lonely position in the world is to be on a mound, because you have that ball, all the fans are looking at you, nothing starts until you decide that it starts. Now, there's a pitch clock now, but when you were pitching, nothing started until you threw the ball.
Correct.
Talk about being a pitcher, being out there, World Series, fans all around, and you have this little white ball in your hand.
Well, you know, people always ask me, were you nervous? How'd you feel? This and that. And honestly, I was a lot more nervous in the bullpen just sitting there watching the game. Once, you know, I started getting loose, my adrenaline started flowing and that kind of stuff, and I got in the game, I actually felt like then I was kind of in control. You know, like, all right, I know what I'm doing now. I'm kind of got back in my environment, my comfortable spot. And so really the adrenaline was incredible. I mean, we had 60,000 people there. But once I actually got on the field, I really didn't feel as nervous as I did just sitting there in the bullpen watching it.
That's so interesting to think about, but I hear that from a lot of athletes, because at some point, the bullpen is not what you play for.
That's right.
And that's where you sit around, and pitchers, starting pitchers specifically, sit for 4 days. And sometimes they get to overthink things because they're just sitting around. But for the bullpen, you kind of have to be ready all the time. Well, talk about that process of, you never know when your name's going to be called, but you got some idea.
You do, especially, you know, once I was either a setup man or a closer pretty much all my career, primarily a setup guy, so I kind of knew when I was going to pitch. And I think for me being a reliever versus a starter, one, I think my stuff dictated that a little bit, but at the same time, I grew up and went to college as a dual guy. I went to college as a hitter and a pitcher, and I played on the USA team as a third baseman in high school. I mean, I loved the idea of playing every day. So I think from a mentality standpoint, coming to the field every day knowing I've got a chance to play, I think that part of it suited me a lot better than just pitching and then sitting for 4 days. So I did that in the minor leagues, and it absolutely drove me crazy.
So one of the big things in pitching, and I'm sure there's some people watching this, they have some kids that play baseball, is there's the pitch count, there's a search for velocity, there's kind of these two sides of this where they want to protect the arm, but they also want to use the arm as to their full capacity. What are your thoughts on that kind of balance between, I want my kid to throw as hard as he can, that may not be healthy, but at the same time, there's a pitching limit, and they are trying to help in the sense of that?
This is the way I describe it. You go to the Chevy dealership, you buy your Corvette, and you redline that dude every day. You get in it and you hammer it down. At some point, it's going to blow. Nothing's made to redline every day. And pitching nowadays has turned into that. I mean, it's every time we have a kid who goes and gets a lesson or goes to see his personal guy, they're doing pull downs for the most part, which is max velocity. I mean, they're doing stuff searching for velocity. And here's where it gets really tricky. I can take a kid, and we talk about, you know, pitching and setting hitters up and pitch sequences and stuff we use, and what hitters, you know, just trying to learn somewhat the art of pitching. And as we're doing this, we're trying to increase velocity, obviously, and do some other stuff. But when we talk through that as a coach, sometimes the only thing they see a little bit is the results in the game. Where a kid, now you take a young kid and they say, okay, we're going to do a pitching lessons. Every one of these places has that radar gun, they have a TrackMan, they have a Rapsodo, so you get immediate feedback, immediate numbers, and so you start getting immediate gratification. a lot of times, and I have seen this over and over, those numbers don't translate into getting outs. And I tell the kids, I tell the guys I coach, the ultimate judge and jury is that guy with a bat in his hand. He's going to tell you if it's a good pitch or not. And when you don't have, there's no, when you're doing these lessons, and I'm not I don't want to sound like I'm coming across as bashing them, but when we're doing these lessons, there's nobody telling you really if it was a good pitch or not. I mean, yeah, you may have spun the ball incredibly well, you may have done this, but you spun it out of the strike zone. So there's, that part of it is tricky. And I think that's why you're seeing more guys getting hurt, because it's a pursuit now. Basically, they're redlining that arm every time, and it's just, we're not built as human beings to throw the ball like that.
Jay, thank you so much for coming on.
Anytime.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely.